today we're talking about tires. Hey, we're going to give you 3 reasons why you can buy budget tires for your car. Reason 1, dry weather conditions. Yeah, dry. I mean dry. Budget tires have similar performance in the dry that mid-range and premium tires also provide in the dry. This is important because it's to do with dry weather conditions. This is for dry handling and braking distance in which the range of performance is small between the top tier tires and the low tier tires, i.e. the budget tires. However, the performance starts to drop drastically in the wet between the budget tire and premium tire.
Ice Plus S210 Snow. I've chosen this budget winter tyre because it's a tyre that's available in the market and it's a tyre that gets sold a lot because it's sold under 3 or 4 different brands.
As the data shows, there is only centimetres difference between the 2 tyres. This is also the case for the dry handling data, where there's only milliseconds between the dry handling rates between the budget tyre and the premium tyre. However, the performance starts to drop drastically in the wet between the budget tyre and premium tyre. So that's reason number 1 why you can use budget tyres in the dry. If you want more information, click the link below and you can find out more information as to why tyres do this. So if you're watching this in England, yeah, probably best not to use your budget tyres because it's always raining. The main thing is that when tyres are used in dry weather conditions, the main material, which is the rubber, provides the necessary attributes to slow and steer the car. Reason number 2, small cars. To help with defining what a small car is, we're going to use less than 1.2 tons in curb weight and less than 115 brake horsepower. To help, we're going to show you a selection of some of the small cars that you expect to see that would use budget tyres. Of course, these are the standard versions of these cars. If you're going for the sport, sorry, no way, you're going to have to get some better tyres. For the reason for small cars, mainly because the weight of the car to slow down a small car is a lot easier than a bigger car. And then the other thing is the power. Most likely you're not going to be traveling at very high speeds in a short time frame to be able to slow the car down. So most often or not, small cars can get away with having budget tyres. The general rule is that with a small car, you will have less weight to manage. With less people and items, this will put less strain on the wheels and tyres. It is worth noting, budget tyres cannot cope with the stress that mid-range or premium tyres can, due to the better supporting materials used in the tyres production process, such as steel wires and synthetic rubber. But if you are a single occupant driver and do not carry large bulky items in the car, budget tyres could cope with your daily needs. Reason 3, driving styles. So in this topic, we're going to focus on how aggressive you drive, how early you react, and how early you brake. These are the main things we're going to talk about, as well as city driving, which is why you could possibly use budget tyres in this instance. Cheers. So are you an angry driver? So let's talk aggressive driving styles. You know, the ones that speed up, speed down, causing havocs on the street. So I've included a couple of examples of what we can class as aggressive driving styles just to help make it a bit easy. One type of behaviour is harsh acceleration and deacceleration. Sharp accelerations may incur wheel spins, which will wear the tyres more quickly, and then deaccelerating constantly rather than maintaining speed will burn the tyres more quickly as it needs to slow down. Carrying high speed in corners applies more pressure on the tyres due to cornering/lateral pressure. Budget tyres cannot hold a lot of lateral pressure, so the vehicle slips due to the lack of grip from the tyre to the contact surface. This will allow the budget tyres to perform in its operating window, a bit of motorsport term there. Or are you a cool customer? So, if you are much calmer and you don't act like a race driver on the road, budget tyres have enough performance for calm drivers. If you are more alert when driving, you will most likely see problems earlier than other drivers. This will mean you can move or slow the car more gradually, which will reduce the sudden pressure applied to the tyre. This section is for how early you look to slow the car down. The earlier you brake, the more time the tyres have to absorb the energy to slow the car, thus spreading the energy across the time period and reducing sudden pressure being applied to the tyres. The less sudden pressure applied on the tyres, the better chance the budget tyres have to slow the car safely. This will allow the budget tyres to perform in its operating window, a bit of motorsport term there. With city driving, most often you are travelling at low speeds and in stop-start traffic, meaning you do not need a large amount of braking to slow the car to a complete stop. Also, the tyres will suffer from less rolling resistance due to the lower speeds. Budget tyres tend to have weak rolling resistance attributes due to their materials and the manufacturing process used. But due to the slower speeds used in local towns and cities, this does not cause major losses in fuel efficiency.